Greetings, brothers and sisters. MACK JULION here, president of local branch number 11 of the National Association of Letter Carriers, located right here in Chicago. I'm here this month with our quarterly video message. This month we have with us our national business agent and member of branch 11, Mike CAREF. And I'm sure everyone is aware right now that we have a proposed national agreement. So I've asked our business agent to come in and talk about it. The executive board has supported, fully endorsed this contract. So Mike, tell us, what's good about it, what's bad, or why should we vote for it?
Well, thanks, Mac. It really is a good contract. I think we accomplished all of our major points we wanted going into negotiations, and that is, keeping the no layoff clause, the ban on subcontracting, the cost of living raises for career employees. But then the stuff we got in addition was closing the gap between the CCA pay and the regular pay, along with some other things. And then we got something for the TEs who were TEs in the prior contract. They had their positions eliminated by the DOS award. And we got a substantial pay increase for all career employees, 4.6% approximately over the life of the contract. The contract runs from last year, May 20th of 2016, up until September of 2019, 4.6% plus the cost of living raises, which will probably be substantial. The last contract had about $1,300. This contract will probably be even more than that. If you look at the summary that you have in your hand that everyone got in the mail, on the back page you'll see the tables, Table 1 and Table 2. Okay. They are predicting, based on the Congressional Budgetary Office, how much all of those cost of living raises are going to be. And there's some substantial numbers in there rolled into your salary, so that by the end of this contract, September of 2019, we'll be making a significantly more amount of money than we're making currently. So that's a good deal. CCA is getting a 7.6% raise over the life of the contract, plus some good stuff with health insurance, plus step increases, 50 cents after the first first 12 weeks, another 50 cents after the first year, which will put them at $18.29 at the end of the contract, up from $16.06, which is the current pay in the last contract. So that's a substantial increase, And
so this is a 40-month agreement. It goes from the last contract, so all these raises are retroactive.
Everything's retroactive. All the raises are going to be in November, just like they were in the last contract. November of 2016, November 2017, November of 2018. 7 cost of living raises every September, every March. We already had 2. One of them was September of 2016, which was a measly $21. The second one, March of 2017, was $333. That's already going to be built into your salary. All the money that's owed will be retroactive. You'll get a lump sum payment of everything they owe you. Additionally, CCAs will now get holidays. Okay. Memorial Day, July 4th, Labor Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's.
So 6 holidays.
Yeah, 6 holidays, and that goes back to May of 2016. So if you didn't get those holidays, which you didn't, that is owed to you retroactively by the Postal Service.
Which really is a good thing, because the Postal Service had to do something to make that job more receptive. They were losing a lot of CCAs. Talk for a moment about the TEs. They got hit hard on the last contract.
Yeah, well, the position was eliminated. People were making $22.15 an hour. Say, hey, go get another job, or come back and take the CCA job, which was an improvement because the CCA job led to career employment, which everyone has now. The people that were TEs came back, took the test, took the CCA job, took the pay cut. Now in this contract are going to get rewarded for sticking with the company. So every, at least if you had 2 years of TE time in the old contract, you will get 1 step increase in this contract, May something of 2018. If you had 3 years as a TE, you'll get a 2-step increase in May of 2018. If you had 4 years, you get a 3-step increase. If you had 5 years as a TE, you get 4-step increase in May of 2018. Each step increase is like 85 cents an hour or something like that. So potentially you could be looking at $3.40 increase immediately, along with credit towards your next step increase that you already had in May of 2018. So
okay. Well, look, it sounds like there's something in there for everyone. I've heard some of the carriers talk about it being loaded towards the CCAs. What do you think overall with the regulars?
Well, the main thing is that as career carriers, we're already winning. And the thing about it is we had as a goal to close the gap between the CCA pay and the career pay. And you can do that one or two ways. You can lower the career pay to come down to the CCA pay, or you can bring up the CCA pay. So by what we were able to accomplish for the CCAs, those that are already CCAs, those that have been CCAs, those that are coming in as CCAs, new hire, I think is a great thing for us and a great thing for the company. But I think the career carriers are still winning because we have everything that we've always gotten under the contracts, including the annual leave, sick leave, holidays, retirement packages, excellent, the life insurance, the health insurance. So there's a lot of good things that we have and continue to have, and the pay is still going to go up. Top pay is $60,000. Estimated in this contract, it'll be $65,000 by the end of the contract. So that's pretty decent.
And that's one thing to remember, as you just mentioned, that the COLAs that's listed on the back here are projected.
Yeah.
So it could be more, it could be less. But the other thing is, and a very significant point is that cost of living adjustments has been a major source of our raise since the reorganization of the Postal Service back in 1970. So the very fact that we kept that is a very big win for all of us.
And it's built into your salary. So if a cost of living raise like we already got, in March of this year, once you get that cost of living raise, it's built into your salary. You get it that year, you get it the following year, you get it the following year after that. It can only go up from there. And even if the cost of living goes down, your pay will not go down.
So
it will just stay the same.
Back.
You never give anything back, no.
Okay, that's great. So, as it is right now.
And the health insurance.
Oh, yeah.
The health insurance, one for the CCAs, if you want the family plan, they're going to pay 65% of the cost in the first year, 75% of the cost in the second year, which is great because the option for the family plan for CCAs was terrible. For career carriers, last year, 2016, no increase. 2017, no increase. 2018, there's a 2% increase in what we have to pay. In 2019, there'll be an additional 1% increase. We've done the calculations on there. We're estimating that everybody will get increases in cost of living raises. Career carriers looking at between $5,000 and $10,000 accumulated wealth throughout the length of this contract. That is offset by the increase in health insurance, but probably around $300 to $500 in increase in health insurance offset versus the $1,000 of increase that we get in our salary.
So the 1% increase in health insurance in a given year does not wipe away the 1% increase in your wage.
No, not even close. Not even
I guess
close.
1% of 60,000 is different than 1% of 600.
You got to use a calculator, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look. So now the ballots were mailed out a couple weeks ago. In fact, they're due back July 29th. Everyone should have received their ballot in the mail already. If you have not, call the Union Hall, 773-624-4209. Ask for Pete Skripczynski. We will contact headquarters to make sure you get a ballot in the mail. Now, when you get your ballot, if you haven't received it already, you'll have in there a letter from the NALC. You'll also have a summary of the tentative agreement that Mike was just referring to. You will receive your ballot. This one right here is just a copy of one that says void on it. So you check off what you choose. If you like the agreement, accept. If you reject it, just check off reject. You also have in there a copy of the proposed national agreement so you can go over the full thing. By the way, the executive board of Branch 11 has also endorsed the agreement. It appears to be a good one. Something in it for everyone. So, but we need you to get your ballot back in the mail. It's due back July 29th.
It has to be received at headquarters on July 29th. So you want to get it in the mail soon.
Right, that is correct. Thanks, Mike.
And you'll forget. So do it now.
Thanks, Mike. Okay, brothers and sisters, one last thing before we go. You all probably recently received a letter from me. In fact, every member of Branch 11 should have received a letter from me talking about the Letter Carrier Political Fund. Letter Carrier Political Fund is the old COSEL. But as I stated in this letter, this is how we keep the playing field even. We have to support people who support us. The Postal Service itself is always contingent upon legislation that can possibly change the whole outlook of the Postal Service. We're always looking for postal reform legislation that will keep the Postal Service strong and viable. If you're not giving $5 a pay period or more, I give a little more, we ask that you do so. Again, it's like job insurance. Every Tuesday and Thursday evening, we have letter carriers here who actually reach out to members who may want to give to the Letter Carrier Political Fund. If you haven't signed up yet, I ask that you please do so. Until our next message, God bless you. Be safe.